like my name, and you're Arab and you saw my name, you'd be like,
If there's one thing the latest episode of SmackDown proved, it's that the Wyatt Sicks are no longer content with being shadows on the fringes. Their presence is everywhere, looming backstage, creeping into matches, distracting commentary, and inserting themselves into storylines without ever needing to say a word. And while they cast a long, eerie shadow across the night, another major headline shook the blue brand. Sami Zayn officially moved to SmackDown, signaling a fresh war within the bloodline. It was an episode loaded with tension, fear, and explosive storytelling. Alexa Bliss versus Piper Niven, chaos before it begins. SmackDown opened with Alexa Bliss taking on Piper Niven, accompanied by Chelsea Green. The match itself was competitive, with Piper's brute strength overpowering Alexa's agility. But midway through, Charlotte Flair appeared at ringside. Not for Bliss, not for Piper, but for Lily, Alexa's doll. Chelsea tried to grab Lily, sparking a tense standoff, and Charlotte made sure Lily was protected. The distraction allowed Alexa to rally and hit Twisted Bliss for the win. But what really mattered was the undertone. Chelsea, Piper, and Charlotte all circling Alexa, hinting at an incoming six-woman tag feud. The Wyatt Sicks imagery even briefly flickered on the Tron during the aftermath, showing Lily's doll surrounded by static, a subtle reminder that nothing is safe from their influence. Miz, Mello, and Fraxium, seeds of distrust. The Miz continues to weave his way into younger stars' spotlight, this time alongside Carmelo Hayes. Together they faced Fraxium, the destructive duo, but the bigger story unfolded in the crowd. Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis were spotted just watching, silent, eerie, adding to the Wyatt Sicks stalking vibe. Miz manipulated Hayes into doing most of the work before stealing the pinfall with a skull-crushing finale. The crowd rallied behind Hayes with deafening, "We want Mello" chants. Hayes' frustration was clear. He shook his head at Miz, knowing he was being played. The brewing tension between them is inevitable, but the Wyatt Sicks' constant background interruptions suggest this rivalry might not play out without supernatural interference. Wyatt Sicks shadows everywhere. If fans weren't already unsettled, the Wyatt Sicks made sure they would be. Nikki Cross was seen walking silently through a corridor while Kalani James attempted to recruit Tiffany Stratton backstage. Eric Rowan lingered in the background of a Street Profits promo. Uncle Howdy's shadow flickered across a wall during a backstage camera cut. None of these appearances were directly acknowledged by commentary, but they didn't need to be. The message was clear. The Wyatt Sicks are stalking everyone, haunting SmackDown from every angle. Nobody is safe. Street Profits versus DIY, broken trust. The Street Profits continued their hunt for the tag titles with a big victory over DIY. But the match wasn't clean. Candice LeRae again interfered, distracting Johnny Gargano and opening the door for Montez Ford to capitalize. The Street Profits celebrated like it was a statement win, while DIY looked more frustrated than ever. Behind them, eagle-eyed fans noticed Rowan again lurking in the shadows. It's not about the wins and losses anymore. SmackDown feels like it's spiraling into paranoia, and every team looks over their shoulder. Sami Zayn moves to SmackDown. One of the night's biggest announcements came in an emotional promo from Sami Zayn. After weeks of being caught between Raw feuds and unfinished bloodline business, Sami declared he's officially a SmackDown star. He spoke about wanting closure, about needing to face the bloodline on their turf. The crowd erupted, but things escalated quickly when Solo Sikoa confronted him. They exchanged heated words before a six-man tag main event was made. Sami Zayn, LA Knight, and Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Tama Tonga. In the main event, Sami was the star of the show, soaking in chants from the crowd. And when he hit the hell of a kick on Solo to score the pinfall, the arena exploded. Sami stood tall, sending a message. He's here, and he's ready to dismantle the bloodline piece by piece. Drew McIntyre, the real nightmare. Drew McIntyre cut one of his best promos in months, seething with anger at Cody Rhodes. He accused Cody of painting himself as WWE's savior, while Drew has been overlooked, underappreciated, and denied his moment. Cody may be your American nightmare, but I'm the real nightmare. Drew thundered. The promo set the stage for their inevitable collision in Paris, a match that could redefine Drew's career trajectory. Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. The weak spot, not everything hit the mark. Tiffany Stratton faced Nia Jax in yet another clash that felt repetitive. Despite Tiffany's athleticism and charisma, fans seem restless, with audible, boring chants. It's clear this feud needs fresh energy, especially when the rest of the night was so heavily charged with drama and suspense. Naomi confirmed for Raw. Another piece of news saw Naomi confirmed for Raw, where she will address her Women's World Championship situation. Rumors are swirling about her future direction, especially with Damage Control faltering. Naomi's star power could be the shake-up Raw's women's division needs. SmackDown closes with Wyatt Sicks dread. The show ended with Sami celebrating his pinfall win, standing tall alongside LA Knight and Owens. But as the cameras cut backstage, the Wyatt Sicks delivered the final image. Uncle Howdy, sitting in a dark room, staring directly into the camera before whispering, "We're already here." The lights flickered, the feed glitched, and the broadcast abruptly ended. Final thoughts. SmackDown was more than just another weekly show. It was a statement. The Wyatt Sicks are embedding themselves into every storyline without needing to wrestle. Sami Zayn's arrival raises the stakes in the Bloodline saga. Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes are on a collision course, and paranoia hangs heavy over the entire roster. SmackDown didn't just entertain, it unsettled. And that's exactly what makes it must-watch television.